Hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Ironclad run. Lately, as I've been playing the game for improvement and for fun, I've been recording my runs, and when I win, I like to upload them with some commentary and some general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. I start with 99 gold for 2 transforms that I'm offered Double Tap, Wild Strike. Neither of which are amazing on floor 0. Best case, we are doubling the Wild Strike and shuffling 2 wounds into our deck. However, as the run goes on, Double Tap will be better if we can find some good attacks to double. Generally, it's not that exciting of a card, though. Find a Whirlwind, that's a good combo with Double Tap as well. And we actually have Lethal. Double Tap is a 3rd copy of Strike, which is good enough. There's a drop kick. I'm not sure I take it here. Maybe I do, though. And this drop kick ends up being pretty good. I know I had one eventually. And yeah, drop kick with Double Tap is great. Draws 2 cards, gains 2 energy. Pretty normal ice fight. And a Shockwave's great too. So our deck's pretty good so far. A little bit heavy on the energy costs. But otherwise fine. And this big slime is not what we wanted to see, that's for sure. Tough enemy. And yeah, Double Tap Wild Strike coming into play, actually. Doesn't have a downside if you don't draw the wounds. We find a Bloodletting that's really good with our high energy cost deck. Having the Bloodletting is great. And it's already coming into play here. Can Bloodletting the Whirlwind, kill everything. Pretty good turn 1 there. Warcry is pickable, but otherwise these cards are unexciting for this deck. Sever Soul is just damage that exhausts, and we don't have exhaust energy yet, and already have a lot of damage, so Sever Soul can be good for sure, but pass on that. And upgrade Whirlwind. Whirlwind kind of demands an upgrade. It's 3 more damage per mana you put into it, which is really a lot. Dealing less than a strike per mana or energy spent is really quite bad. I use the potion here, but I have Bloodletting Whirlwind in my deck, so probably a mistake to use the potion there, but it's okay. Find Toxic Egg Offering, that is an insane floor. Very strong. And we draw our upgrade Whirlwind on turn 1 against Gremlin Gang. Goodbye. It's cooking. And there's Battle Trance Plus. So we've got all of a sudden a bunch of draw, can more easily find our Double Tap and Whirlwind together. Best friends. So cute. Get Warcry to put that on top, play Bash for next turn, and then hopefully have a big turn to open. Didn't draw Whirlwind, and it's actually a little bit unfortunate because Battle Trance is going to reshuffle here. So I will be reshuffling without Whirlwind and Wild Strike, which is kind of like all my damage, but it's fine. Only 4 cards in draw pile. Double tap the drop kick, of course. And don't find Whirlwind there, sadly. Is this lethal? 18 plus 18? No. Maybe. Math is hard. But we get there with the Whirlwind. And we find a Shrug plus. So all these upgraded skills, very good, of course. Toxic Egg is an excellent relic when you find it from the first elite. And all skills and a curse, but we got Whirlwind, so being able to convert all of your energy into damage against Gremlin Knob with just 1 card is part of what makes Whirlwind pretty good. And of course, even though Shockwave is a skill, giving the Gremlin Knob 3 strength, it also weakens, so it's worth playing here. And double tap the bash. Probably should have just double tap strike and then strike. Does more damage. Didn't need the 6 vulnerable there. Ended up having way too much damage anyway, so all good. And I find a bottle for my offering, of course, immediately clicking that. I play this run pretty quickly at first. Kind of just cruising, as it were. And upgrades here. Bloodletting looks pretty good. Double tap. Yeah, I wanted to be able to like double tap dropkick and then whirlwind. I find another bloodletting plus in the shop. I don't click it though. I'd buy finesse instead. In hindsight, I would have bought that bloodletting. Not sure why I didn't. Perhaps I decided I have enough energy now with offering and whatnot, so. Not totally unreasonable, but finesse plus is good though. Do not sleep. Where's my music, man? Apologies, it seems I had some sound glitch going on here. We will deal though. Maybe it's meant to be like that. Am I crazy? Against Hexaghost? It's crazy that I wouldn't have realized that if that's the case. Big double tap whirlwind there, doing 72? That's a lot. And Happy Flower was an excellent pickup as well, giving us that extra energy every 3 turns. Good to do it again. Big damage from Whirlwind. Whirlwind is our MVP so far. And we get there against Hexaghost very comfortably. There's Exhume for our bottled offering, and it's also upgraded. And tough selection of relics here. Mark of Pain is bad, unfortunately. And I used to like kind of go against the good players on that one. I was like, it's the 2 wounds isn't that bad. But it is that bad. It is that bad. And I have so much energy. I have a bloodletting and an offering. In Snecko, I'm pretty bad here. I have Exhume plus, offering plus, bloodletting. It's all so cheap. And I have so much energy that better to just not take the Snecko. I take Tiny House. Tiny House, of course, strictly better than skipping, but usually not the best option out of the 3 you're presented. But in this case, I'm pretty comfortable taking that there, and it all works out. Looking for Whirlwind. Found it. Goodbye, looters. There's another Shrug Plus. It's my 3rd one. But, I mean, it's a good card. That's for sure. Transform 2. Clothesline Fire Breathing are debatably better than Strikes. But not an excellent result. And there's a feed in this shop. Feed is a good card. Here we are against the birds. Bird. Shout out Migos. And I was looking for Whirlwind, but I could have done it still. Could have, when I had 3 energy, could have Battle Trance and double tap Whirlwind. Take 5. There is Whirlwind. So we want to play it for 4, so we break all of the birds. At least 4, rather. And one of them lives with 1 health, so we can put feed on top and consume this delicious bird. Yum. Flame Barrier Plus is offered. So I'm blocking a lot, actually. Triple Shrug Plus, Flame Barrier Plus. It's all looking pretty nice. And I should have used the regen pot earlier, but I forgot, and then I finally am like, alright, fine. The other potion's better. So I lost a bit of health there. Mistake! So of course you think in your mind like, oh, I want to save it for when I can get the full 15 health, but sometimes you just gotta know, like, you're never gonna get that. You're playing double tap, bloodletting, offering whirlwind deck. So just get the health, you know? This turn 1. Yeah, I'm not even confused yet. Goodbye, Snecko. There's a barricade, and I have so much block, I take it. It ends up being really good, actually. Knowing when to take the barricade is actually a big thing. Because obviously barricade, never losing your block, is a very powerful effect, but it costs 3 energy. And it's often not worth putting in your deck. Barricade is somewhere between the best card and a 3-mana Slimed. And determining where on the spectrum it lies in your run is actually rather hard. So in this case, I have a ton of block, a ton of energy, and I have so much like acceleration with offering that I can just put it in play pretty reliably, I would say. So will be good later for retaining my block against boss fights and whatnot. And Finesse. Finesse Plus is free for block whenever I draw it. Bloodletting Whirlwind. I have enough block from Barricade, and it actually just dies. Could have probably fed there. Could have like played a block card and then played it only for 5 to leave it alive a little bit. But I just end the fight. No big deal. And then here I remember not to kill them all. Smart. Yeah, I'm comfortable, like, if I draw the feed here, then I can just put it back on top. Or even bloodletting, just play it immediately. But look at the feed here. Drew it. Think I thought I had one more energy. Whoops. Full blocking, but I can just kill one. And that should get feed. And it does. I remembered. But it's going into my discard pile. So that's a little bit bad. Play the Whirlwind for 1 so I don't kill the one on the right. Oh, I just kill it. I must have forgotten that I was going for the feed. Mistake. So this run definitely not played perfectly by any means so far. I've made like 5 significant mistakes so far, I would say. But it's going well enough. And of course, the Bottled Offering Plus is rather good. Making every fight's turn 1 unusually strong. Of course, we gotta kill this fat gremlin. The weaken and frail every turn is brutal. And this is awkward. I have double tap plus, so I forgot that I had that. Of course, drop kick, even doubled, wouldn't have killed that, so I still had to do it. And I can get Barricade in play on this little off turn here. Why not? Grab an offering again. Have another good turn. Looking for a Whirlwind, so I'm attacking Gremlin Leader. Kind of spooky, but I had Wild Strike in case I whiffed. just to kill the fat gremlin. Fat gremlin is spooky. Double tap clothesline probably. Does the most damage. And then trying to kill this turn. Should have played Shrug first. Mistake. Tiny mistake. I was playing too fast. And yeah, I know I can feed soon, so... And of course, I can't draw any more cards this turn now that I play Battle Trance, which is why I'm not playing Shrug, Finesse, etc. Should have just played Clothesline there, no need to shuffle those wounds into my deck. Another tiny mistake. And then I pummel strike the small ones, try to draw a feed. And then here I'm already full blocking, so I just kill the small one and pass, and then... Oh, and I draw the wounds. Whoops. So actually playing Wild Strike actually boned me there. I missed 3 health because of that. So actually significant mistake rather than small mistake because I couldn't feed. Could have also just not played Fire Breathing. But gets it out of your pile, so that's the main reason to play it. Yeah, Wild Strike definitely is a bit tough to play. The damage, especially here, is just not worth the putting a wound in your deck thing. I took a Dark Embrace also. Dark Embrace, premium draw card. A candidate for one of the best cards in the game for sure. It is absolutely insane, to be honest. And feed is Xaxes here, luckily. Second offering plus is offered to me. Not gonna say no to that. That was not even a elite, just a random hallway fight giving me offering. Of course, elites have additional, I believe, 10% chance to drop a rare card. Looking for Whirlwind again. Found it. Definitely drawing a lot of cards. And we found Bloodletting also, so I even get to feed here. So that's a great turn 1 against Slavers. Yeah, this deck is very fast. Very, very fast. It does cost me health to play my cards. And we're offered True Grit Plus. And at the time that this was happening, it didn't really occur to me how close to being infinite I was. But just this True Grit, and then I have double tap plus dropkick. Already infinite, basically. Thinking about this turn. Do I put Barricade in play? Do I just Whirlwind? I know I want to feed, but could have found a way to feed here for sure if I don't do that. And yeah, like this is a 2-monster fight. I could definitely be trying to really use my noggin and you know, find a way to feed on both with Exhume, but I didn't do that. So something to consider. Could have done that. Take offering just in case I don't find feed. And I do, and it's 1 off, and this is kind of awkward. So I do get down to 1 energy so I can Whirlwind for 1 and then offering and then feed. And then my letter opener goes off. It's a disaster. So that was actually terrible. And I didn't even need to like play the Whirlwind then, because I could have just... I forgot about the letter opener, guys. Just shut it down. No one can see it. I just kill these guys. Again, could have maybe double fed there, so I'm kind of trolling. I was a little tilted after the last fight, I think, but another True Grit is found. And these True Grit pluses are going to be absolutely insane. Spoilers. Put Barricade in play, Shockwave, and then Battle Trance on top. And yeah, double True Grit plus. I can choose whatever I want. Rid of Offering. No need to take the damage. Definitely want Dark Embrace in play in this fight. So our game plan is to slowly destroy our deck with True Grits and eventually just play double tap drop kick over and over and eventually feed on the champion. The Champ. It actually is just called the Champ. That's pretty incredible. Defend goes. Still a lot of cards. I still have a lot of work to do on becoming a real premium slayer of the Spire and piloting these weird infinite decks is something I'm not quite used to yet. It's not hard, it's just exhaust all the cards that aren't the combo and then get there. And yeah, we're so much block at this point we cannot take damage anymore. True Grit Pommel, True Grit Shrug. Just play Shrug. Should have True Gritted the Shrug there. I wasn't playing up to snuff quite yet with this deck. You know, my first fight actually going infinite, I was still getting a feel for it, but it kind of becomes my main game plan, and I start to do it well eventually. I play Offering just to get it over with, basically. I didn't need to take 6, but gonna be very inconsequential damage after the act heal, so I just... It's for the viewers. End this fight faster. Vulnerable again, just to make sure it's vulnerable for my Dropkick Infinite. Flame Barrier goes. Shrug. True Grit the Bash, probably. No, I keep it probably, because I might need it to go infinite. It has to be vulnerable. True Grit the other True Grit, or Shrug, yeah. And yeah, we're almost there. So close. True Grit the Shrug, and then next turn we're definitely infinite now. Get rid of Bash if I'm feeling a little spicy, or now I just apply 6 vulnerable and then I'm definitely good. Trigger it goes. Do that, and then I think we're off here. Maybe next turn. Yep, one more turn. This time for real, one more turn. I actually only have 5 cards now, so 100%. And then yeah, double tap, drop kick. The repeated drop kick draws itself. And I have double tap plus even, so I can build up charges of double tap over time, and then eventually I can just play drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, and it'll keep repeating. And eventually just want to feed. And of course using the number keys in these really long infinites. Sometimes my left hand is cold or whatever and I don't feel like using it, but whenever I'm feeling up to it, I will use the number keys, of course. Makes it a little bit faster and less strain on your right wrist to have to not drag the card. Almost there. Poor champ. Yeah, a lot of this relic stats damage for letter opener is going to be from this infinite. So already have 2 offering pluses and an exhume, and probably not needing a third, so I take Reaper, some incidental healing for my large amount of self damage in my deck. And pretty good with double tap as well. Shockwave, of course. It exhausts, so draws a card with Dark Embrace. And I find a Pyramid. Pyramid's pretty good. Lets me keep my cards in my hand that I want to exhaust with my True Grits. And it also makes it much easier to fill my hand. For the infinite, I can now have 10 cards in my hand reliably. So go infinite a bit faster. And already have green keys. I can go wherever I want here. No matter where I go, it's 2 elites, and the right path and the left path look pretty similar to me, so I'm just trying to find like basically the most question marks. Mind Bloom is a really fun event. I like it. And the late act shop is pretty good as well. A lot of gold. Yeah, definitely aware that I have a pyramid here. No need to play any more cards here. Fire breathing actually pretty useful in this fight. Although it may accidentally kill something before I can feed on it. Just not what I want. And Barricade allows me to gain some block prematurely so that I may then attack the Spiker. Checking how many days are in my draw pile so I don't accidentally kill everything. And then just looking for Exhume here so I can feed on the Spiker here. I remembered this time. And Feel No Pain's here. I snap pick that. Of course. Boy, is Feel No Pain good. Barricade especially, you're just gaining so much incidental block anyway, and then Barricade allows it not to go to waste. I would of course have picked Feel No Pain even if I didn't have Barricade, but just makes it even better. Already full blocking, can play Whirlwind. I don't have Barricade in play yet, but I just do that to letter opener, save the Whirlwind for a rainy day. Exhume, or Reaper, just to gain some health. Why not? And yeah, we're seeing I have perhaps a bit too much card draw, a bit too little energy. But Pyramid is still good, it gives you so many options. Should have played Feel No Pain first. I not sure what just happened. I think I messed up. Had to offering, but that's okay. Second Dark Embrace is offered to me. I have so much draw already. My hand's obviously very full, so that is a 392 gold red mask. I, after much consideration, refuse that. Red mask salesman guy really needs to reconsider his business practice. No one would ever buy red mask at that outrageous price. They would have to be crazy. I didn't find Barricade here, so a little bit awkward against Spire growth. But the True Grits are even better now that I have Pyramid. It's like getting the card out of your hand with True Grit is so nice. Gains you extra block with Feel No Pain as well, draws you a card, Dark Embrace. Just all works together so well. And Bloodletting MVP, of course. That 3 energy it's gaining is so strong. Every time we draw it, it's like, ah, oh, thank God. Now I can play cards. There's Whirlwind. Or Bash. But then I realized it has 7 vulnerable already. I decided to play the 2 attacks instead to get more cards out of my hand, I suppose. That's 60, but I am taking a little bit of damage there if I do that. Just trying to get it into feed range. Got there. And there's a Rage. Rage costs 0. Rage is actually crazy here. It costs 0, I have Pyramid, it blocks, Barricade, and when I'm going infinite against the Heart, it also is a block solution. Not that I needed one, I already have Barricade, Feel No Pain, but just in case, I have infinite block against the Heart and Time Meter as well. Master Strategy's there, and these cards are like all upgraded. Purity Plus is crazy here. With Pyramid, Dark Embrace, and Feel No Pain, just draws 5 cards, gains 20 block, gets 5 bad cards out of your hand. It's like, you will never see a better Purity in your life, probably. It is rather good here, I must say. That was an excellent event. Toxic Egg making it even better. Barricade's in play, so Giant Head is in peril here. Probably will not be doing damage to me. Let's say it's unlikely. And our goal here is to apply as many attack or stacks rather of Slowed, making the Giant Head take more damage from attacks, and then double tap Reaper, gain a bunch of health. Never found Corruption here. Corruption would have been, like, pretty good. Except that double tap goes away, which maybe would have been made bad. But could have found a different way to win. Just Barricade, play your entire deck, gain 500 block, and then win some other way. Would have been a lot faster. A good option to have, and then if I don't want to play Corruption in that fight, you could just True Grit it away. Here's the Purity. See, like, I need more vulnerable probably, so keep the shockwave around. Feel No Pain. Probably should just play Dark Embrace there. I have 80 block already, that's a mistake. All good. And then, yeah. Gonna be out blocking Giant Head here for sure, while we assemble our infinite combo. Just pass with the pyramid. Go again next turn. Almost there. Battle Trance, then probably Flame Barrier. It could just end the turn here and we're infinites, but I didn't decide to Bloodletting there. It's actually a mistake. Could have just passed and then we were infinite immediately. So took 3 for no reason there. Mistake. And we're off. This one will go quickly. With each card we play, it takes more and more damage. And we have Letter Opener. Gotta make sure I feed here. So I've been pretty good about feeding in this act. Find a Meal in the Bone. I don't think it ever goes off even one time, but it's fine. And yep, there is a medkit. Medkit, real good here. Of course, medkit, super good on the Ironclad whenever you have these exhaust synergies. I now take a second Dark Embrace. Just to find it earlier, I'm now thinking it's so important that I have Dark Embrace in play at this point. That's even if I don't want to play both, just having one drawn earlier is so important. If the Dark Embrace is at the bottom and you only have the one, then that's kind of a disaster. Took 4 here, I'm not sure why. I'm not calling it a mistake yet. Maybe I was thinking something, but looks like a mistake, that's for sure. And I would like to feed twice. Let's see if I do it. Barricade is not in play here, so all this block is going to waste. Yeah, every time I play, burn, I gain 4 block and draw a card. Pretty nice. They're very kind, shuffling 0 energy, draw a card, block 4 into my deck. How sweet of them. Yeah, how did... I must have drawn too many cards or something, because Reaper went into my discard pile there. I never drew it. I remember being confused by that in the moment, but I must have overdrawn with when I exhausted everything, something like that. So looking to play Reaper, gain some health, and then also feed on both things. I choose not to play a dropkick just in case because, I take Purity. Whoops, that's a mistake. I remember realizing afterwards when I did that. Definitely should have exhumed the feed there. That's okay. Should be at 103 right now. Find a Seeing Red, that's amazing here as well. It exhausts, gain energy, everything you could want in a card. And find a Preserved Insect to key there. That's very nice. Of course, finding Preserved Insect at the end of Act 3 is not where you want it, so a perfectly good key there. And this Hexaghost is going to be hitting us for a lot. That's 6 times 6 while weakened. Hexaghost deals 1 times 6, and then an additional 1 times 6 for each 12 current health that you have. So being at 96, or whatever, it would deal... Math is so hard. Is that 8 times 6? Is it 9 times 6? Because it's 1 plus that. And yeah, once again, Medkit will be cooking here. It'll let us go infinite real easily. Could have just true gridded them also, but now we can just play them for free. Probably want to Exhume Reaper. This is kind of awkward. Need to draw True Grit. It's a good draw. Bloodletting, True Grit. Excellent cards. Got our nice little engine going here. Can be some awkward draws when we hit all the cards we can't really play before Bloodletting, True Grit. But we find a way, and we have enough max health as a buffer to be able to withstand those bad draws. Double tap the Reaper. We can Exhume the Reaper. Considering, do I really need to take this 3? Like I did earlier for no reason. Played Reaper into the block there, could have gained more health. But it's okay, we're going to be really close to full at the end anyway. Offering can go, no need to play that and take the 6. We're almost there. It's kind of just dead anyway. It's funny. There we are. 99999. Let me feed. Double tap playing it twice, of course. There's a Duvu doll. 1 strength isn't bad. And I see a Flex. Flex makes Reaper heal for more. It's cost 0. Makes the infinite go faster. I, in hindsight, would probably have not picked it, honestly. It seemed like it'd be good here, but it kind of just got in the way of drawing the good cards. I think I should have played Feel No Pain first. I realized that. Tiny mistake. Should just play the Rage. Oh no, I could play it next turn. And I draw the field, the Bloodletting, so in hindsight I should have played the Rage. It turns out Shrug Plus blocks for a lot. It's kind of crazy how much it's blocking for. Flex could have gone there also, but I guess I wanted to heal more with Reaper. Flex, double tap Reaper. Full health. Runic Pyramid and Medkit makes this fight basically completely free. You're always going to have a full hand, don't have to worry about drawing a million burns and dying. And if I do draw the burns, then I can just get rid of them and gain block and draw a card. Status as being good for you is so strong. Just looking to try to feed here once again. You can just block a bit more, wait for him to become tangible once again. And then soon we can kill. Looks like I'm just gonna do the infinite thing again. Might have just had lethal this turn. Double tap, drop kick. So flex. Did I get rid of flex? Flex, double kick, or flex, double tap, drop kick, feed was probably lethal. I was just, this is the line I saw, just do the thing that we've been doing and win eventually. And almost killed by accident with fire breathing. Ceramic Fish is here, of course. Find another Bloodletting, that's amazing. And another Rage Plus. And there was Power Through also. I didn't even, like, register that. That also would have been extremely good with the medkit. But, of course, it's nothing compared to the Bloodletting here. Need me that energy. Writhing Mass is here to ruin our day. Definitely thinking about this one quite a bit. This could be a curse in my deck. I would prefer not to have one of those. There's my barricade. Could have Reapered. Probably not going to get a heal off it otherwise. Because it has Malleable. Again, I could Reaper here. This time, though, I might be a little sus because I might accidentally lock it in on the curse. So, fine not to play it there, but should have played it before any attack. Earlier. Now we can just chill, do our thing. No need to play that, probably. But why not? I saved the defend because I want my True Grit to exhaust it. I do the thing here, and then maybe... Yeah, I think I do the thing finally. And then worst case scenario, I can, like, Bloodletting Feed there to break the curse if that's what happened, but it's all good. Didn't curse us. Just gonna die before my infinite. Letter opener doing stuff, it seems. And I have another double tap charge, so it would already die here to feed, but I just passed because that's the line I saw for some reason. Definitely had lethal right there, though. So if I didn't have infinite block, then that could have been a mistake. Second Feel No Pain's there. There's another power through. Again, I didn't even like register that that was there. Feel No Pain, definitely still better than it, but could have had multiple power throughs. Power through is gain 28 block, draw 2 cards. Pretty insane. And we get Falling, actually kind of a bad one here. 3 excellent cards in my deck that I would love to keep. Have Runic Pyramid, Bash, so the Shockwave is not necessary. None of them are necessary, but I think Shockwave is clearly the one to go here. It took me a while to conclude that, though. I was like, maybe I don't need this Reaper anymore. I'm at full HP going into the bosses. And could have gotten rid of Reaper for sure, but wanted to keep it just in case. The Shockwave is just not necessary. Although applying 5 week is really good. I already have another one, though. That's the main thing. If I didn't have 2 Shockwaves, I definitely maybe would have gotten rid of the Reaper here. And the second Feel No Pain is like also not necessary. We have Rage, I'm doing the infinite thing, so really all 3 of them could have gone and I would have been fine, but just a matter of what I wanted the least. And I decided to go with Shockwave. I think you could have clicked any of those 3 options and won with this deck. Fine, or Feel No Pain right away, it's nice. Probably gonna Whirlwind here against the Cultists. Seeing Red, Rage, Whirlwind, and full block. And we can feed on the bird when we draw it. Delicious. Barricade in play. Of course, sadly giving the Woke Bird some attack there, but gotta play those powers. Those are good. Finesse Shrug. That Purity. And just get rid of the Shrug already, probably. Yep. Those are great, great Purity hits right there. And you can see it just accelerates the whole exhaust your whole deck plan so much, playing the Purity. It is so strong here. Already we are basically never taking damage again from Wokebird here. And I need to save some vulnerable for the second phase. So I already got rid of Bash, I believe. So I exhume the Shockwave so I can have it around for the next phase. Have to remember not to play it. Pretty tough for me. But I managed to use my brain enough to not get rid of the Shockwave preemptively. Very proud of myself. Probably be ditching Flame Barrier over Shrug. It doesn't matter what I'm discarding really, so Not judging myself on that at all. Definitely was just like, okay, if it's not part of the combo, it can go. But yeah, if you're really nitpicking, should be exhausting Flame Barrier before Shrug. Just about there already. I actually didn't realize, like, if I didn't go infinite this turn, it would have run out of vulnerable. Maybe I did realize. That's why I'm not just ending my turn. Very smart. Yeah, how would I have killed this if I didn't kill it there? That's crazy. Actually so close in hindsight. Just would have out-regened my drop kicks there. I had a skill pot, could have found something. Then I shockwave again and we're off. And this will be pretty quick. Eventually I'll stack up all of my double tap charges and then I can just boom, 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 boom. I've noticed that my Ironclad videos are doing disproportionately extremely well compared to the other characters. So seems people just love the Iron Chad, which I totally understand. It's awesome. And I still really like playing the character. I need some more work on it anyway, so happy to oblige there. And we're almost full health, going into Donodeka. Dodge Time Eater. But yeah, with this amount of block, I was never worried about Time Eater. I could have just gotten back bash with the Exhume also, and not had to worry about running out of exhaust. So, running out of vulnerable. So a bit sus there, for sure. Dirty cooking. Flame Barrier, Wild Strike, Shrug, Whirlwind can all go. Clothesline. Man, it's so strong. I love seeing Purity cook like this. I like Purity a lot, it feels good to play, but it's just sometimes kind of just like the exhaust potion. It's like, when it's good, but hard to be good. Niche situations. Gotta make sure I can vulnerable these guys. So I get 5 vulnerable on both. I'm at 156 block already. Seems good. Can play the Dazed. End my turn with 10 cards in my hand. Just about there already. These True Grits are just so amazing here. It is actually kind of crazy how good they are right now. And I'm infinite. Eventually start swapping over to hitting Deca while Dono is still alive because the letter opener damage just a little more efficient. Possibly. Not really. But yeah, it's just a little satisfying. Then I have a million stacks of drop kicks, so I can just start playing, or a million stacks double tap, and just start playing drop kicks over and over. I feed on Deca. Actually a mistake, should have fed on Dono. Much more tasty. To thump, to thump, to thump. Off to Act 4. 1 hour in. And I decide, I think, that I can put these Dark Embraces in play pretty reliably. So upgrade Feel No Pain just for a little more block. Wouldn't have mattered what I upgrade there, I think. Mummified Hand would have been nice. But Impervious Plus is here. I have Barricade. Won't say no to that. I checked to see if I'd rather card or move anything, but all my strikes are gone already. So, decide to just take the Impervious instead. And I have the skill pot that I'm not sure about anymore, so I take a Gambler's Brew just in case I have like a nightmare hand I want to dig for my True Grits and my Bloodlettings and all that. Basically just a oh shit button. Which hopefully it won't be necessary, but if it is, you'll be glad you had it. And Medkit is going to be excellent here, of course. And Impervious is going to full block against the Spire. Playing that over Shockwave, a little bit questionable, I think. Probably should have Shockwaved. There's Barricade. Can't play it quite yet. And I would love to point something at the shield so I don't take this full damage here. The Barricade in play, looks like, maybe. It doesn't do anything this turn, yeah, just full block instead. I could just take 2. But I decide, no need. And my Feel No Pains were both at the bottom, so that was why I was looking a bit more sus than usual. Just get rid of those 2 cards. Questionable use of the Purity there. Yeah, now I can put Barricade in play for sure. I think I forget about it for a moment, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I have Barricade in my hand. That's pretty good. That's hitting for 72 damage, because I'm still facing the shield. So I'll probably turn around here. Could have gotten feed. Or, yeah, could have waited to play the Exhume till after I fed. So yeah, definitely could have more max health this run. There were several fights where I could have definitely gotten away with feeding twice and didn't. And there were also a couple fights where I perhaps were just a bit too hasty and ended the fight against one enemy before feeding, so probably missing like 15 to 21 health. Obviously it was no big deal here, but those in runs that are not particularly strong, but still technically winnable, those incremental gains can really matter. Sometimes having to play like as close to optimally as a human really realistically can is actually necessary to win. Obviously, that's a very long way away for me right now, but that's why we're here. And we're out of this fight with 125 life. Find an impervious and a self-forming clay. Dual wield was also pickable here, which is why I stopped to think. Dual wield mainly is copy Feel No Pain, which is really good. Or Reaper, but I don't have like any strength. As I draw Flex. So yeah, finding Feel No Pain and Dark Embrace on turn 1 here. And I could have kept going with Offering and Bloodletting, but oh, do I? I do. Cool. But nothing. And I find Barricade as well. And keep Flame Barrier for when it's doing the multi-attack. Just play the Shockwave. Tap Reaper. Heal up. And yeah, I didn't play Artifact Pot. I should have. It's like the only time it was going to do anything if I was keeping it this whole time. And I forgot. I was just so confident at this point. I just didn't even bother. Definitely no way to lose this fight at this point. And we're making our way to our infinite, of course, and the rage is still around. I will have to exhume Bash here. This turn it will be gaining some vulnerables, so if it or some artifacts. If it didn't gain artifacts, I would just be able to take a Shockwave and that'd be enough. But gonna have to get through 2 artifacts and then apply vulnerable, or else I won't be able to do the infinite thing. So I am playing correctly there. I keep all the important stuff. I keep the rage. I can get rid of feed now if I don't do that. Feed, of course, not doing anything here. This is the last fight. Although it is funny to feed on the heart. We are playing good Slay the Spire. We're trying to anyway. Triple True Grit at my draw pile. Take the Bash. Double tap Bash. Redraw the Bash. And there it is. Still have a double tap charge as well. Just pass. Could have played dropkick. Could have not played dropkick. Here's fine. And we're very close to infinite now. Go. And so once you have a couple stacks of your double tap, then you can start playing other card that isn't double tap and then drop kick and draw them both again. So you can go double tap, drop kick, double tap, drop kick, and then rage drop kick, flex drop kick, and continue doing the infinite that way. decide to play the flex. Literally flexing on the heart right now. And now that it's about run out of health this turn, I can continue exhausting cards I don't need and reapply more vulnerable just for good measure. I think I mess up the infinite here, like I do something wrong. Yeah, I played drop kick. Whoops. And bash can go now. It's done its thing. But yeah, since I played the true grid now, there's no way for me to do the thing anymore. I could have drawn drop kick instead of double tap, and that would have been fine. But had to end the infinite early there. A little whoops. And then make sure to do it right from now on. Oh, that's a mistake as well. I played double tap instead of, or rage instead of double tap by accident, so have to end early again. I was never killing in 2 turns anyway because I had left it just over 400 health, so it's actually completely inconsequential, but yeah, that's not a good look. If I didn't have barricade and infinite block, it could have actually cost me there. But of course, if that were the case, I would be a bit more careful. I was definitely clicking cards at this point. I'm capable of clicking cards in the correct order when the situation calls for it. And so now we're doing it right. I'm just gaining infinite block, basically. The more rages I play, the more block I gain. If you're still with me after all this time, thank you so much for being with me. We're almost there. Just gaining a bit of extra block for good measure. I love gaining block. You know me. And yeah, the Toxic Egg was the MVP here for sure. That Toxic Egg was so good. On my Relic bar, anyway. Toxic Egg and the Bottled Offering were excellent. Letter of Word dealing 7, 8, 9 damage. 52 a combat. That's probably the highest number I've seen on Letter Opener. Of course, a lot of it was just the double tap doing the infinite thing. But, I mean, there were a lot of turns where I was playing a bunch of skills with Dark Embrace, Feel No Pain, etc., and it was proccing there, so that was pretty cool. So that was a very fun, very smooth Ironclad run. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a beautiful day.